Hello, welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach, and today we're talking about diet myths. 8 diet and wellness myths that you may believe, that you may have heard, that may have fallen into your lap, and you're wondering, is this real? Is this not real? Is it true? Is it a lie? We're gonna debunk all 8 myths today. So if you're excited, give this video a big, huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Down in the description box, you will find nutrition coaching where I offer personalized to you macros and calories. Highly recommend. This is what I have been doing to lose almost 140 pounds. I also offer one-on-one coaching for accountability, and if you would like to chat with me directly. Links and discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's jump into the 8 diet and wellness myths and let's debunk them. Why are we so gullible when it comes to dieting and health and wellness in general? We literally believe everything that we hear, and this can be a really slippery slope because honestly, there is so much conflicting information out there on weight loss, diet, health, wellness. Depending on who you ask, you're going to get a different answer. So it's really hard to navigate and weed through all of the information and misinformation out there. Not to mention there's all the medical conspiracy theories out there that vaccines cause autism in children, which is absolutely false. There are a lot of conspiracy theories out there that we can get wrapped into as well. So before we talk about the 8 myths, let's talk a little bit about why we seem to fall into these traps and why we believe these things. One of the main reasons we believe all these myths and these conspiracy theories when it comes to medical, diet, health, and wellness is because they fall into our narrative and the biases that we already believe in. According to Zachary Berger, MD, an assistant professor at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, we are bombarded with inaccurate, incorrectly presented, and flat out misrepresented information. And we often pick and choose only the information that aligns with what we already think or what we want to think. The brain is a wonderful organ to justify conclusions the heart has already reached. So we have these conceptions, these biases already built into us. And when we read anything that confirms these, we believe it. Not to mention the internet and social media play a big role in the things we hear and thus the things we believe. We tend to follow like-minded people on the same path as us, people on the same journey as us, and if something works for them, we automatically believe that it will work for us. Or on the flip side, if they're doing something that's working, we immediately think, what are they doing wrong? What shortcuts, what cheats are they taking? This is all because these are the biases that we already believe. So we can easily fall into believing and justifying all of these myths and conspiracy theories when it comes to diet, health, and wellness. And nutrition, wellness, and diet, these are the 3 areas where myths run rampant. Conspiracy theories also are in abundance in this category. Science can be really confusing when it comes to weight loss, especially in diet. Like I said, we hear so many different things, all of them conflicting. Everybody has an opinion. Your doctor, your nutritionist, your mom, your dad, your sister, everybody has some type of opinion. Or they like to say, this worked for me, it'll work for you. But what you have to remember is every body is different and every opinion is different as well. And you know what they say about opinions. Scientists are always making new discoveries. They're always changing things. Some scientists 5 years ago said one particular diet worked, and that same scientist today can say that it doesn't work. There's evolving and evolution that happens with science, so information changes pretty regularly. So these 8 myths are the ones that seem to be in the majority, things that people believe, things that are pounded into our head when it comes to diet, nutrition, and wellness. And myth number 1 is eating fat makes you fat. This could be more further from the truth. In fact, fat in moderation is an absolute necessity for health. Now, don't get me wrong, excess fat consumption can lead to fat gain. And that comes in the form of eating more calories than you expend. We know that calories in, calories out is the only, for those in the back of the room, the only way to lose weight and gain weight, taking in more calories than you're expending, whether it comes from fats, carbs, or protein. There is zero proof that eating a moderate fat diet leads to weight gain. Absolutely zero proof. In fact, eating a moderate fat diet leads to satiety, fullness, and overall a more sustainable weight loss route, as well as maintenance of that weight loss. basically meaning you're not going to gain it all back if you make sure that you include healthy fats in moderation while losing weight and while maintaining weight. Number 2 is carbs make you fat. For me, this is like nails on a chalkboard because this is 100% absolutely false. Do not fall into the carbs make you fat because it is not accurate. However, not all carbohydrates are made equal. Not all carbohydrates are equal. So think about fast-acting carbs and slow-digesting carbs. Fast-acting carbs are things like crackers, chips, white bread. Slow-digesting carbs are things like oats, whole grain bread, sprouted bread, whole grain crackers, whole wheat tortillas. Things that actually have some fiber in them are what makes up a slow digesting carb. Our body reacts very differently from a fast digesting carb to a slow digesting carb. Now, can you eat fast digesting carbs? Absolutely. Everything in moderation. No food is bad or good. Nothing should be restricted or eliminated, but the majority of your carbohydrate intake should be slow digesting carbs. This is not only going to help with weight loss, weight maintenance, but actually these types of carbs make you feel fuller for longer, therefore you're eating less calories. And remember, calories in, calories out is how we lose weight. Myth number 3 is if you're skinny, you're healthy. This is absolutely untrue. In fact, there are a lot of skinny individuals out there who are drastically unhealthy. Have you ever heard the term skinny fat? It's a real thing. People store fat differently, and just being thin is not a measurement of overall health. Even if you're naturally thin, you still need to exercise. You still need to focus on building and maintaining lean muscle. You still need to see your doctor just as often as everybody else. We know that obesity brings a higher risk of death overall, but being thin also has a higher mortality rate than individuals who are slightly overweight. So there's two ends of the spectrum, thin and obese. The people who kind of fall in the middle, those are the people with the lower mortality rate. And this probably falls in the fact that obese people and people who are on the overly thin side maybe just don't monitor their health as closely as those that fall a little bit in the middle. But the bottom line is being skinny isn't all it's cracked up to be. Myth number 4, I love. And that is if you want to lose weight, you need to go on a diet. The reality is diets do not lead to sustainable long-term weight loss. Do they lead to weight loss in the short term? Absolutely. But do those people gain it all back and then some? Absolutely. And you have to remember there's a difference between weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss is made up of lean muscle, water, and fat. Fat loss is fat. I don't know about you, but I'd like to keep my lean muscle and just focus on losing fat. That means not going on a diet. Eating in moderation is what is most beneficial and healthy overall, as well as moving your body on a regular basis. This doesn't mean that you have to work out for hours every day, but just moving your body, taking a walk, making sure you're getting in a few extra steps, parking a little further away from the mall. Those are all keys to overall health, not going on a diet and not falling into diet culture. Number 5 is a little bit more on the wellness side, and that is people with a darker skin tone do not need sunscreen. Sunscreen is essential for everybody. I live in Arizona. It's sunny here pretty much 99% of the time. I apply sunscreen to my face daily. Even when it's not sunny, even if I'm not going outside, but I'm sitting in front of a window, there is sunscreen on my face. There is sunscreen on my body every time I'm in the sun. Skin tone or not, sunscreen is a necessity to prevent skin cancer and accelerated aging. Individuals with a darker skin tone and minorities need sunscreen just as much as those pasty white individuals out there. Myth number 6 is a calorie is just a calorie. Now we talked about the only way to lose weight is calories in, calories out, which is accurate. But just like carbohydrates, not all calories are created equally. 200 calories of Coke versus 200 calories of carrots looks very different. The fatal flaw in this is people think, well, I can just eat my 1,500 calories every day of junk food and lose weight. Yeah, you probably can, but you're not getting in minerals, micronutrients, vitamins that your body needs. You're also not nourishing your body in a healthy way. And again, you're contributing more to weight loss versus fat loss. And our focus is fat loss. So make sure that the majority of the calories that you're eating are good for your body. I like to follow about an 80-20 approach. 80% good whole real food that does a body good, and then 20% those foods that I love. Maybe it's donuts, maybe it's chips. Make sure that you're not restricting or eliminating anything and that you're incorporating a balanced diet. And this includes 20% of maybe those not so healthy calories. Myth number 7 is we need 8 8-ounce glasses of water every day. Raise your hand. Raise your hand, leave a comment. Have you heard this myth and did you believe it? You don't have to only drink 8-ounce glasses of water every day, and you shouldn't make that the minimum amount of water that you're drinking. Every body is different, so our needs for water are going to vary. When you're thirsty, drink water. If you're extremely active, you're probably gonna need a little bit more water than someone who's a little bit more sedentary. The best way to monitor your hydration and to monitor whether or not you're drinking enough water is the color of your urine. You want your urine to be pretty clear, really light yellow to clear. If it is dark, if it is stinky, if it is yellow, then that means that you are dehydrated. Don't focus on a set amount of water every single day. Pay attention to your urine. That's going to be the most accurate indicator if you're drinking enough water. And number 8, the final myth is a little bit more again on that health and wellness scale, and that is I have perfect vision, so I don't need to go to the eye doctor. This kind of falls along the same line as I'm skinny, so I'm healthy. One eye can actually be overcompensating for the unhealthy other eye, and we don't know the actual health of our eyes unless we see an eye doctor. It is recommended to see an eye doctor once a year, have an exam. If you have glasses or contacts, you may even need to see your eye doctor a little bit more. Just because you may not think that you have an issue doesn't mean that there isn't an issue either underlying or at the surface that you just haven't discovered yet. So take care of your health overall, not just your weight, not just your mental health, but your physical health as well. And this includes your eyesight. So those are the 8 most common diet and wellness myths. Let me know down in the comments, did any of these surprise you, or no shame in your game. Did you believe some of these myths before today's video? I know I certainly did, especially the ones relating to diet culture. I can't tell you how happy I am that I'm no longer wrapped up in diet culture, because it is very toxic and the things that we're hearing are entirely inaccurate. Again, sustainable diet, sustainable weight loss is eating everything in moderation, not restricting or eliminating, and making sure that you follow about that 80-20 approach to your food choices. So if you enjoyed today's video, and of course if you found it helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, because I upload every Tuesday and Thursday. Check out the description box for nutrition coaching, links and discounts to my favorite healthy things, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.